Hello, and welcome to today's presentation of Value Line Library. Today, what we're going to do is show you some tips and tricks on how to get the most out of using our investment research platform. Now, what you're looking at right now is the dashboard. The dashboard gives you a 360-degree view of everything that's available to you on Value Line. Now you can see on the top you have a menu board here, or a menu bar. It's highlighted on the word dashboard, and the dashboard, as you can see, provides you with featured commentary, so you can see what our analysts are thinking about what's going to be going on in the market today. And you get a 5-day running total as well. As you can see, the 4 previous days of the market underneath here, and you just have to click on the read more button for each one of these articles to see them in full. On the right-hand side, you're going to notice an area called Quick Links. And the Quick Links area, again, that will allow you to go and work your way around the platform itself. You can see the Quick Link section here that I've annotated here on the right-hand side. And any of the areas that are highlighted in blue give you the option to go into that section. Now, the Quick Links is made up of a few areas, and for those of you that are familiar with the classic print product Value Line Investment Survey, you'll be able to access that type of material in digital format here in the VLIS current issue that you see here, as well as the summary and index and the selection and opinion. So you'll see those on the right-hand side here. Those 3 areas make up the Value Line Investment Survey. Now, the Value Line Investment Survey is our flagship program, and with these 3 areas, you'll get into what's called our current issue. And I'm going to click on the current issue right now, because every week, Value Line releases new commentary updates for our stocks in the Value Line Investment Survey. And every 13 weeks, a stock will have a new commentary report. So this week, here are the reports that you can see for our stocks that have new commentary reports. And you'll notice here on the recent updates, you'll see the company name, and you'll see a list of financial information here in different columns. And you can add or subtract any columns that you see by just clicking on the Customize Columns button here. That'll open up, and you can add or take away any of the columns that you have. And then when you go back into the recent commentary updates, you can organize these columns into ways of interest. So let's say you want to look at a stock or look at stocks by what their trading price is. You can just click on the last close price here, and that'll organize all the recent commentary updates from lowest stock price to highest. Again, you can also just go and by alphabetical order. And when you see that here, to get to access to any of the digital reports that you're seeing for this week's commentary updates, you just merely have to click on the name of the company itself, and that'll open up that digital report for your review. Now, you can see here's the digital report for this company. You can also go on to the upper right-hand corner to look up any company at all in the company name or symbol box on the top of the screen. Now you'll see that area right here, and you'll notice if I go back to the dashboard, again, the dashboard, you can go around on the menu bar on the top of the screen. When I click on the dashboard here, I can just click on the company name or symbol to get to a stock of interest. And all you need to do is to type in the name of a company or the company's stock ticker symbol. So for instance, let's say I'm interested in looking up Citigroup. If I start typing in the letter C, you'll see the company Citigroup will appear there. And all I have to do is to click on the name of the company itself once it appears below the white box, and that will take me directly to that company's digital report. And you can see that comes up on the screen right now. I'll also be able to go onto the top of the screen here into the company name or symbol box here and just type in a company's stock ticker symbol. So let's use Apple as an example here. I'm going to type in AAPL because I know that's their symbol. And right underneath, you'll see there's Apple Incorporated. And this is important. You have to click on the name of the company once it appears underneath the whiteboard area. So once I do that, that'll take me directly to their digital report. Now, in the digital report itself, you can see what the company is trading at today. You can see it's down $2.26. This is updated, obviously, all throughout the day. It can be delayed by 15 minutes or so at most, but again, you'll have the ability to go and see what the stock is trading at this time. Also, as you scroll down here, you'll see a number of different areas within the digital report. And all these boxes that you see here are what we call modules. And you have the ability, if you choose to move the modules around when you're logged into the program. So any session that you're having, if you wanted to say move the earnings module up next to the commentary box, you can easily do that. And again, when you log out, it'll just go back to as it was. Now, you'll notice throughout the area here, there are different white and blue boxes, and these are what are called our proprietary ranks and ratings. And this is what people look to Value Line for, to get the feedback from our analysts from these proprietary ranks and ratings. And this is what we've been doing in our 90 years of existence. And you'll see here, two of the more important ranks are for safety and timeliness. So that's located in the upper right-hand corner. Now, safety ranking looks at the risk factor for this stock compared to the others on the Value Line Investment Survey, while the timeliness ranking looks at the price projections over the next 6 to 12 months for this stock compared to the others on the Value Line Investment Survey. These two rankings work from 1 to 5. 1 is the best ranking you can get, and 5 is the poorest. And you can see for Apple Incorporated, they have two very good rankings for safety and timeliness. Now, any of the areas that you go in, if you want to get a full definition, you'll see a hyperlink usually next to that proprietary rank or rating. You just have to click on it where it says show here, and that'll give me the definition as to what these two rankings are. Now, as I scroll down here, if you remember just before, we were looking at the recent commentary updates. Again, every 13 weeks, there will be a new commentary update for the stocks that are on the Value Line Investment Survey. And you can see here on the commentary box here, Apple had their latest commentary come out on March 19th. So for me to read it, all I need to do is to click on the double-sided arrow button, and some of these modules will have this double-sided arrow button, so you can expand it and read further in here. And you can see here is the feedback from our analyst on Apple Incorporated. The release talk about some numbers that came out and what's been going on with the stock. You'll also notice on the right-hand side, there'll be any ranks and ratings changes for any of the changes in the proprietary ranks and ratings within that time period. Now, on the top of the screen here, on the top of this commentary box, you'll notice these other blue boxes. And all you need to do, if you wanted to see the previous commentary reports, you can click on them. For instance, say if you wanted to see the report in December, you can click on the box here under 2020, and you can see the latest commentary report that came out on 2018. And the same for the one in September as well. Now, if anything happens with a stock of interest within that 13 weeks, Value Line will release what's called a supplementary report. And you'll be able to read a supplementary report on the quick link section. So every day we release a supplementary report, you'll be able to see that on the dashboard. But you can also read that company's supplementary report within the commentary box itself just by clicking on these little VL pushpin symbols here. And when I do that, you can see here is the supplementary report that came out on January 28th, 2021. Now, you'll also notice at the top of this commentary box, there is a print button. So the great thing here is you can print this information out whether you're in your library or you're accessing it remotely from home as well. Now, as I scroll down here, you're going to notice on the right-hand side, there's something following my cursor along here. And if I move over it, I'm just going to move over this, and you'll see that it is a menu tab that pulls out here. And I can go to different sections of the digital report from here. So let's say I wanted to take a look and see how the peers in their industry are doing here. I can go directly to this section here, this module, click on the table button. And if I could just hover over some of these companies here, I can get a quick snapshot of how they're doing, their stock price is doing, as well as how their safety and timeliness numbers are as well. To the right here, you'll also see, or to the left, I should say, is our score ratings. So these are additional proprietary ratings that we have for price stability, price growth persistence, and earnings predictability. Again, underneath, you can see there's a show rating definition, so you get a definition as to what these ratings are looking at. And again, you can see how easy it is to find things here all over the modules that you have, and you have the pull-out tab to go to different areas as well on the right-hand side. We also have a section on the bottom here where you can access our charting feature. So if I click on charting here, you're going to notice that we have this particular section where I can click on the double-sided arrow, and you'll see different time frames where we can track how well the stock has done price-wise over a given time period. And I just have to move my cursor, and you'll notice the dates and the prices are changing over that time that I move it from. And again, there's the print button on the top of the screen, so I merely have to click on the print button to print this information out on. Now, one of the other useful parts of the platform itself, as we go to the top, is a section on the gray bar towards the top called PDF reports. And that will give you access, and I'm just going to annotate that right now. That'll give you access to the classic print reports from the Value Line Investment Survey. And if I click on that right now, I'm going to open it up, and you can see it gives me the last 4 dates, reports that came out. And I'm going to go to the last one, and I click on that as it opens up here. You can see here is the classic Value Line print report for Apple Incorporated. You'll see all of those numbers that we were looking at before, like safety and timeliness numbers here, the recent price as it was when it was printed. You'll also see all the financial data for different years here. You'll notice that 2021 and 2022, those numbers are bolded because these bolded figures are Value Line estimates. And as I go down to the bottom here, you can read that commentary report that we were just looking at in the digital version. And then on the very bottom here, you can see the proprietary ranks and ratings that we were looking at on the digital report as well. And the great thing about this is that it's all on one page. So if you wanted to print this out, and there's a print icon on the top of the screen, you'll have all of this great information on one page that you can print out. Now, also, from here, you can go into our Browse Research section. So I'm going to click on the menu tab at the top of the screen here. When I do so, it'll take me to the Browse Research area, and you can see there is what's called a list universe. So any of the stocks that I've been looking at in my session here, if there's any pertinent information that I need before I log off, I can just go back to these, and this will keep a running tab of everything I've looked at during that session. You'll also see that we have a Value Line featured list area as well. So I can go in to look at, say, predefined screens. If I wanted to look at best performing stocks, I can click on that and it'll bring up that particular list. We'll also have an industry screen on the bottom here. So if I wanted to go and look up a particular industry, the stocks in that industry, and we have just under 100 different industries to choose from, I can go and look at those stocks from there and go directly to their digital reports. And also I can print out an industry analysis from there as well. Also on the right-hand side, you're going to see there is what's called a coverage universe. So I can go and look at all 3,400 stocks that are available to me on Value Line Library by clicking on this section called Library Elite. Or if I just wanted to look at, say, any of the stocks that are in our small and mid-cap survey, I can do that, or any of the ones that are in our Value Line Investment Survey, I can go in to click on Analyst Coverage. So you can get the 1,700 in the small and mid-cap, the 1,700 in the Analyst Covered, and if you want to look at all 3,400 stocks available to you, you just have to click on Library Elite, and that'll pull up all 3,400 stocks right here. And you can just go from here and click on the name of the company to open up that digital report. I hope that gives you all a good understanding of how to go about using the platform Value Line Library. There's a lot of great information on here. So come check it out and help you make informed investment decisions.